What is going on, YouTube? Thank you for joining me. Today in this video, we are going to be talking about the top decks going into the second Duelist Cup. This is going to be taking place December 2022.
Now is the time. My ever-faithful companion, Dark Magician!
Alright, so to get started, we have to the side of me here a chart that shows the top representation of all decks used in Diamond 5 through Diamond 1, used leading up to the Duelist Cup. So it is November 25th, right after Thanksgiving. We have about 2 weeks until the Duelist Cup. Floowandereeze was on top, but not on top, but it had a high amount of representation. That was since lowered, I think, because of the ban list that just came out that's going to go into effect on, I think, December 7th, banning the barrier statue. So Floowandereeze can no longer use the barrier statue. But before we get there, let's just go in order, beginning with branded Despia. Above my head, you can see here we have a branded Despia example deck. And scroll down, there it is. So you can take a look at these decks and judge, do you want to build this deck? How many cards do you have? Is it going to take a lot of investment for you? You got to look at the URs, the SRs, see what it takes to make it. This is the deck. There's the extra deck. And we even have a side deck here. I will put a link in the description of this video to Hex Deck's channel. That's where we got the chart from. Hex Decks, shout out to them, thank you. And I will also put a link to the Master Duel Meta website where you can take a look at these decks and choose what you might want to play. So branded Despia. Up next we have Sword Soul. I am not as experienced with Sword Soul. A lot of synchro summoning. Easy way to summon Barone to floor. Put out some negates. Pretty consistent. Very consistent. There's the deck. Side deck. Extra deck. Floowandereeze. Floowandereeze went down in representation recently because I believe the barrier statue was banned. But here we can see this is a deck that does not use the barrier statue. You can still play without it. This got second place in the Meta Weekly. We have Marincess, Dragon Link, Eldritch. Everyone saw Marincess during the Link only event. I'm sure you're familiar with it. Dragon Link is the deck I think I would recommend for this event. A lot of fun. I just saw it, Striker Dragon. Well, we'll go to Portland. Here's an example of Dragon Link's 60 card deck. You can use That Grass Looks Greener. Very consistent. You can play through a lot of interruptions. Here we can see this Dragon Link player was using Artifact Lancia in the main deck in a tournament in anticipation of countering Floowandereeze. You can also use the Droll and Lockbird, and that would counter Floowandereeze and branded Despia. Also Marincess. A couple other of the top decks as well too. So Dragon Link has the space to run these extra hand traps. Something to keep in mind. Eldritch, everyone knows it. Adamantipator. I don't think it's going to be having that much representation in the Duelist Cup. I think that's just because a lot of people were playing it during the anti-spell event, so they want to transfer that into the ranked ladder, see how it did. Salamangreat is an excellent cheap opportunity to still be able to compete in the Duelist Cup. So here above me, this is an example deck for Salamangreats. You can easily get these cards through these starters, the structure deck. Get 2-3 copies of the structure deck, you're good. Yeah, I think you would want to get that third copy of the structure deck for the Signet Mining. Definitely a way to go. Salamangreats you can have a lot of fun with. in the Duelist Cup. Finally, SPYRAL. SPYRAL is a combo heavy deck. They don't like max C. I think they would definitely be interrupted heavily by a, what is it? The Droll and Lockbird, so something to think about. But if we take a look at the top decks here for SPYRAL, some of them are using Adventure Engine. We've got Adventure, Prank Kids. I think this third deck here is, yes, it's using Magician's Souls. So I think that SPYRALs is going to be looking at a nice buff when Illusion of Chaos comes out. So Illusion of Chaos, if you're not familiar, it's really a Dark Magician support, but it also is used for SPYRALs. So the Illusion of Chaos will search for a Magician's Souls, and the Magician's Souls will send the SPYRAL Master Plan to the graveyard, and that'll help you jumpstart your plays. So SPYRAL could be a good investment, and it will be good and better in the future as well. This graph is also showing other decks, 53.5%, taking up the Diamond 5 through 1 ladder. So we'll take a look at the top decks and see what I might recommend going into the Duelist Cup. So you have Endymion, Live Twins, Sky Striker, Altergeist, Adventure Phantom Knights, powerful. They can still play even with the one Meow Moo. Other than that, personal recommendation would be DDD. You can take a look at my other videos for a lot of DD gameplay. If you enjoy this video, hit that like button, consider subscribing. In the next video, I want to take a look at how are we going to counter these decks. We have to think about what we're going to do to be ready for them in the Duelist Cup. Till then, peace out.